Welcome to Faces Friday. I'm Lynn Sherritt, and I'm really pleased you've joined me. I've said before that the favorite thing I do is have conversations with my colleagues, those colleagues that are making a real difference in increasing students' growth and achievement. And so, in this Faces Friday, I want you to meet my colleague from Armidale, Australia. Reg, I wonder if you can talk to me a little bit about teacher buy in. Have the teachers bought into being assessment literate at your school?
Yeah, and I think it's really important to start with your vision. So for us, that parameter one, that every student can learn to high standards given the right support. But the next one, every teacher can teach
Yes.
to high standards given the right support. And also that I can say how I learn, how I teach, and why I do it. I started with that when I walked in as principal. I started with that because no one can argue with that. You,
Right.
and you're in the wrong profession if you think students can't learn and if teachers can't teach.
Yeah.
It's one of, like, as a little aside, I think recruitment in especially rural areas, is quite difficult. So I'm really one about building teacher capacity, like
Mhm.
the teachers you've got, because it's not about getting people out who don't buy in. You
Yeah.
have to work with the people you've got because they're the ones you've got and they might be the only people who apply. So it's really important to get that buy-in and starting with that parameter one, that vision that everyone can learn and everyone can teach and
Yeah.
working together we can really build that whole teacher capacity and our whole learning community.
Yeah.
So, one of the big things that we worked on straight away is around our students, and
Yeah.
not my class and my students, our
Mhm.
students. And I feel incredibly lucky to lead such a wonderful group of
Mhm.
teachers who really saw that parameter one and went, yes, yes, we do believe that. I
Yeah.
didn't have people going, no, that's not true. So I had that buy in right from the start. And then it's about bit by bit, how do we move this learning forward for the students? If we do believe that, what are some evidence based practices
Mhm.
that work
Mhm.
so that our students in a rural setting have just the same opportunities and expectations as students anywhere across New South Wales, Australia, and the world.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
that was really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And to me, what you've described not only would be parameter one, but parameter 14, because when you get people who believe the students can learn, the teachers can teach, and they can actually talk about it, they're taking that shared responsibility and accountability to own all the student spaces. Yeah.
Totally. And it's 1 in 14 I start. So in a week and a half when I'm standing in front of the staff first day, we will start with 1 in 14 because that's who we are as a school.
Yeah.
And every time we have a staff development day, we start with 1 in 14 because that's who we are.
That's fabulous. And that's what I talk about too, starting every meeting with data. And the parameters are data because we can use the parameters then to say, well, how are we doing? Let's evaluate. What
Ellen.
does this parameter mean? And where do you think we are? What are our next steps? Thanks so much, Reg. I just think that you really are really pulling it together, not only at the secondary level and in Armidale, but you are providing that support for so many other leaders right across Australia and the globe. And I really want to thank you for that. You are making a difference, not only to your students, but also your teachers. Thanks so much for being with me, Reg.
Thanks, Lynn. It's great to talk to you.
Yes.
Can't
And
wait till you can visit.
oh, I'm waiting. It's pretty snowy here. So thanks, Reg. I want to be in the warmth with you. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Faces Friday. And I'll be back next week talking about leadership that makes a difference. Reg is making a difference at her secondary school and for other schools across Australia. So thanks again, Reg, and see everyone next week.